So you will go with a very infinitesimal percentage.
How is this the same as this cell example? We're talking about Scrabble pieces being thrown.
Yeah,
That's probability,
his problem
right?
is yeah.
This is explanation is just a poor explanation. It's a poor theory, would you say?
Yeah,
It's like they're trying their best, but they haven't really got much.
yeah.
But they admit that, right?
Huh?
They admit that, right? Or do they go, we know the answer, it's this vague thing that doesn't sound right?
This is their best explanation, and they're still sticking with it in the
Why should they go
scientific
to
world.
what the Quran and why should they jump to what the Quran says?
Why?
If they're scientists, is their job to go to religion where they can't find the answer?
I don't know why. You ask them why, because they can see all the signs of creation, and they don't want to follow it.
Well, some scientists are theists, but would they go to their religion to in their like research paper or something?
Yeah, there is a lot of research based on religious findings. For example, I'll give you an example. The theory of Big Bang. The theory of Big Bang is mentioned in the Quran 1,400 years ago. Allah says in the Quran, the heavens and the earth were like a single point, and we explode them and become the universe. It's in the Quran.
Oh yeah, I remember reading
The explanation of how the baby is formed in the woman womb, how it is formed from a cell to grow and the seed to grow. It's very explained. The scientists they agreed that this explanation of the Quran is spot on. And at the time of the Prophet, 1,400 years ago, there were no microscopes, no scientific method to.
So yeah, I have looked into the scientific claims of the Quran. I don't really want to go into that now because it's quite a long topic. But I generally have found issues with them. Maybe another time we can do that.
Yeah.
I would actually like to rewind, if it's okay, way back to when I was asking about Sharia.
Yeah.
Because we are off on a tangent.
About what?
Sharia.
Yeah, go ahead.
How you said Sharia wouldn't apply to me in a perfect Sharia country if I was living there. It wouldn't apply to me. I'm just wondering.
Why are you interested in Sharia?
Finally!
Well, because I
Finally! Finally!
we just wait for them to
Finally!
go,
Let's
come
spit
on.
it on people. You spit it on people.
just shout so much.
Why are you interested in Sharia? I really want to understand.
Well, I'm interested in religion.
Is it because you have some reservation about Sharia, or
Sure, I do. But also, I know that it's what Muslims should think is the best system for everyone.
yeah? Let's think about it. You are a scientist, or you are a company. You made a tumble dryer, or a washing machine. Don't you give a manual how to work, how to make it work, the instructions, and how to clean it, and how many kilos you have to put in it, and otherwise it will not work?
So you're equating the Quran with like a manual for a washing machine.
It's a manual for creation, how to live their life and how to guide us. And we are bound to follow laws, like we do here. We follow laws.
Are you admitting that
Okay,
I won?
but I'm interested in the sort of the practical application.
I exposed you.
Yeah, it's very practical. It has been practiced for 1,000 years.
Okay, so
Just lately has the Khilafah stopped.
so someone like me,
Yeah.
Hey, put the camera here. Your boy said I exposed him.
Okay, you're a Christian?
No. I'm
Atheist.
non-believer.
Atheist.
I'm LGBT. I'm a musician. I blaspheme. I speak poorly of Muhammad and Allah quite frequently.
Why is that? Why is that? Why you have so hatred?
I wouldn't say it's
against them?
hatred. It's more criticism and problems.
Why you are content with what you have?
Well, because I like to critique things. It's
Yeah,
interesting and fun.
you critique in a civilized way. Why blasphemy?
Well, you could.
I don't blaspheme against Christianity. Okay, Christianity. I don't blaspheme against
I don't care
atheists.
if you did that.
Yeah.
How would you blaspheme against an atheist?
Well, I start going out and start putting you down in terms of words and start.
I mean, I see that a lot from
swears
Muslims, but
Well,
I don't
not
care.
from me,
personally.
not from
no,
me.
I'm sure you're fine, but I personally don't care if they do that. Like they say, atheists have no morals, and if they're atheists, then why don't they do incest and things like that.
Yeah, well, if we want to go through down the morality way, the objective morality we take it from God,
Yeah.
but you have no morality.
So
You don't have objective morality. You have
From
you
your
have subjective.
perspective,
You
I
have
understand.
no, no, not from my perspective. In
But I don't
terms,
believe in your book, so it doesn't apply. But
Yeah.
you do, so I understand that you would call it objective.
objective, yeah,
morality. I
because
won't.
it comes from an objective source. That's what we say.
Have you ever
But
heard
from
of them? Sorry.
Yeah, good. But from your point of view as an atheist, every society has its own objective. That's why we call it subjective morality. Their morality is different than your morality. Like, for example, Hitler, their morality was killing Jews, killing disabled
Gays.
people, gays, and all that stuff. Yeah. So it was common there and it was accepted as morality. But in English society, it's not moral to do that. So morality is
Not anymore.
subjective. It's not subjective. It is subjective, but as a Muslim and from God, we say this is the objective rules and regulations and morals and ethics that comes from God.
Okay, so we're going to have to rewind again because
No
we keep
problem.
going
No
slightly off
problem.
topic.
Go back.
So I explained that I'm non-believer, I'm LGBT, and I do blaspheme. I speak poorly of Allah and Muhammad. I know you're not happy about that.
I'm
Would
really,
Sharia apply to me if I were to blaspheme, or if I was found out to be LGBT or something?
well, here you are. You're fine here.
No, I'm talking about in a perfect Sharia country. Would Sharia apply to me? Because you said it wouldn't apply to me.
Well, that's one thing. In some Muslim countries, if you blaspheme and you openly say words against Allah and you blaspheme, really blaspheme, there is a punishment for that. So some
Yeah.
people like Pakistan, like Saudi Arabia,
Okay.
you will be punished.
But those aren't true Sharia, are they?
Yeah, they're not true Sharia.
No, so I'm talking about a hypothetical, perfect Sharia system.
There is an example in history back in Andalusia, in Spain. Have you read about it? Where there was the martyrs of the bishops, they call it.
Okay.
What happened is Spain was ruled by the Muslims for 800 years, and at that time the Christians were living fine. They were paying their jizya, they were living fine with the rules and regulations. And suddenly they start blaspheming against Muhammad, and the bishops start blaspheming. And there's a rules because Islam was ruling there, and they say, okay, if you blaspheme, this is the regulation. This is the punishment. Don't blaspheme. They blaspheme and they were put to death. And then one after the other one, it was called a series, or there's a long list of bishops who died at that time. Yeah, because they just defied the rules of the land, and that's what happened to them. So what I would say, we don't need to go to that. We don't need to go to the extent of I want to blaspheme. What's my punishment? A common sense person shouldn't say that. You should have respect. I respect you.
I respect you, but I don't necessarily respect your prophets and your God.
Why is that?
Well, because I have the freedom to have my own thoughts
Yeah.
and feelings about these things.
Yeah, but I feel.
I'm not physically attacking you.
Yeah, but you're attacking God and you're attacking Muhammad.
Well, God is all powerful. God won't get hurt.
Yeah, yes. But what I'm trying to understand, what's your point of doing that? What's it trying
Does
to?
it matter?
What are you trying to achieve?
So the reason I asked that is because you said Sharia doesn't apply, and then you gave an example where Sharia did apply.
Yeah, of course, yeah, because
So Sharia does apply.
No, because you brought up a new point that I didn't understand. That I didn't know.
Well,
Your
I'm
point,
talking
which
about
means,
all the laws of Sharia.
well, for example, the laws of marriage doesn't apply to you in Islam because you're atheist. The laws of inheritance doesn't apply to you.
But like crimes would all apply to me. So blasphemy, saying awful things about Muhammad, homosexuality, not apostasy because I'm already a non-believer. But
Are you trying to live in a Muslim country?
no.
Because you want to know all of these things?
Well, no, but I stated at the beginning that I understand that you think Sharia is the best for everyone, and I'm giving myself as an example where in Sharia it probably isn't good for me.
As I said to you at the beginning, Sharia applies to Muslim people. If you're non-Muslim, it doesn't apply to you. But if you're attacking Islam, that's a different thing.
So it's crimes. The crimes apply to everyone.
Of course,
But
crime.
marriage doesn't.
Okay,
And things like
okay. In Islamic country, in a true Muslim country with Sharia, if you kill someone, what happens?
that. Yeah, so there are some parts, the crimes
Yeah.
apply to, the crime laws
If you
apply to
steal,
everyone.
if you steal, something happens.
Yeah, but that's why I'm asking, because I don't
Yeah,
know this.
yeah, yeah.
Because you
Something
said Sharia
happens.
doesn't apply, so it only applies when it's crimes. When you commit crimes. I would have a separate law for atheists. I would go to an
For example, why I mentioned that because you can have separate court of law in terms of marriage, in terms of
Yeah.
disagreement between in families
Like
and
criminal
non-criminal
issues.
non-criminal issues. Yeah, but when it comes to criminal, that's a very judicial thing which Islam will apply.
Yeah, so okay, so I'm glad we established
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's it.
So I think the way I live my life is as a criminal. The way I live my life is a criminal by
You-
Sharia standards.
You saying that it's not me.
What you just did.
You saying that you saying
I regularly commit adultery and blasphemy.
I am, to be honest, I'm really surprised the way you're approaching this because what you're trying now to do is basically just. I don't know. I don't understand what's your point. I don't
My
understand
point
what's your
is
point.
that I don't think I would live very well under Sharia.
That's fine. So go live somewhere else.
No, but
Why are you
the
obsessed with
claim-
Sharia?
but-
Why are you obsessed with Sharia?
Because Muslims are always telling me, I'm not saying you, maybe you wouldn't tell me this, but Muslims are always telling me that Sharia is the best system for everyone.
What I'm saying to you, don't look at what people are saying to you. People are saying all sorts of things, even Muslims. Some Muslim people don't follow Quran, don't follow Islam. So I'll say to you, try to understand saying about the Quran. Read the true message of Islam, true message, which is the oneness of God, try to recognize the Creator. That's what I'm trying to say to you. The way you're approaching it is very offensive. Very offensive. It doesn't help
my
you.
intention.
It doesn't help you. It doesn't help Muslims to convey the message to you. We're trying to convey the message properly to you, and you're saying, "I blaspheme. I do this. I do that. I do." That's fine. If this is one of your weaknesses, try to find a solution to it. If you're happy with it, then why come in here?
Okay, so
If you're happy with your life,
are
why
you,
you coming
are you
here?
happy to admit that I would not live well in a Sharia country?
Why do you need to live in Sharia law if you're happy here? Why you need?
Well, it's about the nature of Sharia, that's why I'm asking.
So you have something against Sharia and you want here to regurgitate it and actually
What do you
try
agree
try
on?
to bring an argument about it. Yeah.
So you,
Just to be
would
honest,
you advise
just be
me to never live in a Sharia country? Would your advice to me be to never live in a Sharia country?
I'll advise you to read the Quran as an open mind. If you have weaknesses in your life in terms of the way you live in your life, Islam, forgive everything was in the past. When you start your new life in Islam, everything is new. Everyone has weaknesses. I have weaknesses. You have weaknesses. Someone else has weaknesses. Some people are LGBT. If Islam doesn't accept that, and you're saying, I want to become a Muslim, but I am this, but
I don't want to become Muslim.
huh?
Where I would be living under Sharia, would it be good for me? And it sounds like it wouldn't be, but I feel like you don't really want to tell me that.
Sorry, say again?
So the point of me asking is, I was putting forward a hypothetical where I live in a Sharia. Either I move there for some reason, or hypothetically Britain becomes Sharia rules and it's the perfect Sharia. Like, would it be good for me? And I don't think it would be based on our conversation, but I feel like you don't really want to agree with me on that. Or you're kind of avoiding saying it.
I think you will have trouble living in Sharia law land.
That's great.
You'll be in trouble because the way you approach it and you're not trying to coexist with the other people, the other culture, the other religion. You're a non-sociable person.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because okay, I'll give you an example. I have a friend. Whenever I meet him, I start cursing. I start doing this. It's not. You have to be nice. You have to bring up the nice thing from you. You have think you have always have a positive towards the other person.
I feel like
Why?
I've been quite cordial with you today.
Huh?
Would you agree? Would you agree that I've been quite cordial with you today?
Yeah, you were very good at the beginning, but when you start saying, "I blaspheme," "I do this,"
Well,
I
it's
was very
because
strange because
I criticize Mohammed and Ali openly
why?
because I see issues with.
Why? Okay, let's discuss these issues
I would
one by
love
one.
to, but I actually think I have to go.
Okay,
I'm meeting my
fine.
friends. This is really fun. Can I get a copy of the Quran?
Why do you need Quran?
Well, you want me to read it, don't you?
No,
Why?
because you blaspheme and you curse Muhammad and you blaspheme. And
don't
I see,
curse-
and I
I don't
see,
curse Muhammad.
and I see you non-genuine person. You reading the Quran. Maybe you want to do something with it.
Well, I'll just read my translation.
Yeah, read this one.
Am I going to be on TV?
I'm not sure. I don't know them.
Oh, they just stick their cameras in front of you.
Someone stick this one here.
You don't know who did these?
I don't know.
That's really weird.
Yeah. This is Speaker's Corner.
It's my first time coming here.
Yeah.
I don't
Where,
live here.
where do you live?
Southampton.
Southern.
It's a long way. I don't come to London very often.
Do you want me to give you sincere advice?
Right?
Okay. Everyone will die one day. Do you agree?
Currently, yeah.
Everyone will die. Even when you are healthy, you live a life, you're good. One day you will die.
I mean, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Extremely
And when
likely.
you die, the truth will come out. Either something will be there, or something will not be there. And then I'll advise you to do your search and try to understand: was Muhammad saying the truth when he met Gabriel in the cave? Was he saying the truth? Was he either crazy person, or was he delusional, or was he a liar, or was he saying the truth?
Or were the accounts of this happening accurate in the first place?
Yeah,
There's
or
another
the fifth one, yeah.
option. Yeah.
Okay, I want you to do all these studies. If you exclude everything, if he's saying the truth, you have to follow him. You have to follow him. And whatever weaknesses you have, whatever sins you are doing, Allah forgives all the sins. Allah is the most forgiver. Quran, if people were not sinning on earth, I will take them out and bring other people who can sin. Why? Because when people sins and go back to Allah and ask forgiveness, Allah loves that. So Allah loves the person who
It's a very human quality to have.
why not?
He has this need to change people. It's a nice quality, but it's very human.
Allah wants to simplify. He's trying to explain himself in a simple way, simple human form, simple explanation that we do understand. Yeah. So I make mistakes and I ask forgiveness. And I'll ask the same thing for you. I really ask the same for you. And I wish you all the best.
Yeah, sure. It's just fun.
And I hope you'll refrain from all those derogative things about
it's
Muhammad.
funny because I wouldn't consider them derogatory, but I understand you would. I wouldn't say Allah is a C word. Muhammad is a, what people say about Muhammad. Like, I wouldn't just openly say that. I would say, I think what he did here was bad because blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, so this is your opinion. So you're not clearly saying bad things about Muhammad. This is your opinion. This is what, for example, they say a lot of things about Muhammad. So this is your opinion. So we can discuss those opinions another time when you have time. Those opinions, and you can find that those opinions are really has no basis, and they have been debunked, and everything is not true what they're saying. That's why I advise you.
Are you affiliated online with any sort of online da'wah?
There is some people who are affiliate, like AF Dawa.
What's the name of the guy with the goatee who was here earlier? I keep forgetting his name.
His name is Mansour.
Mansour, yeah. I always get Hashim and Mansour mixed
Hashim
up.
Mansour, yeah.
So they're on EF Dawah.
Yeah.
So I've never seen you on there.
No, I come sometime. I've been sometime in videos, but I don't have a channel or anything. I'm busy with something else. I have a family and
Of course. Yeah.
committed and all that stuff. Yeah.
Do they have a sort of timetable when they come here? The Doha people.
They no, everyone is. I think because when everything went online, everybody started doing online since COVID.
Oh, it's easy.
Huh?
Right, it's easy. You just sit in your
Easy, and,
pajamas.
and there's a lot of demand,
all over the
a lot of
world.
demand, yeah. And
Yeah,
people they have a nice discussion and very because why? Because they try to be follow the rules of discussions, otherwise they will cut off
Well, yeah, you
from
can
the
kick
stream.
them.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
kick them
yeah,
till
yeah,
you've got power.
yeah.
Yeah, do you know Hamza's Den?
Yeah, I know him. Yeah, he's
Darren?
brilliant. He's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, I check his streams out.
Have you been on his stream?
I called into EF Dawa like 2020, I think, or 2021. It was the perfect storm, which they don't do anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a conversation on there a long time ago. I just really wanted to do it in person with one of them. But this was good as well.
Yeah.
I've really got to go.
Nice to meet you, but Hisham.
Hisham. April.
April,
Like
yeah.
the month.
Yeah, April. Nice to meet you.
That's Bob. I know Bob.
Yeah, he's a hardcore.
Anyway, yeah, nice to meet you.
That's good.
I am a representative of Christianity.
You have the option to stop me.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Either it is the case that Islam teaches you to be a coward, or it's the case. You can't even
Carry on. No. It's common sense to run away from crazy people.
Okay, the dichotomy me is if you run away from me, Islam teaches you as such to be a coward for Islam. Now, if you do run away, it further emphasizes the fact that Islam is made and so Hashem, the
Oh, mashallah, how many? Four. She was crazy.
All of them at liberty to whatever, to propagate their ideology.
I'm finishing.
So when I said, can I have a pair of them, please? Just make them easier for me. Marx can say, propagate something which is fundamentally opposed to our democracy.